Hello and welcome to the WS Display webinar on the Big Sky extrusions that are part of the Resort Extrusion family here at WS Display. A little bit of information about these extrusions specifically. They allow you to build custom building as well as pre-configured sizes of mainly towers and counters with the Big Sky extrusion. There are three different extrusions as you can see in the slide. There's a Big Sky 32D that is typically used for counter builds, whether they're 2 foot, 4 foot, 6 foot, or even custom. The profile itself is 32 millimeters wide. There's the Big Sky 60D. It's a larger extrusion that's typically used for tower builds, usually between 8 feet tall and 16 feet tall. They can be configured at standard configure sizes or custom. And as you see there, it's 60 millimeters wide. The Big Sky Tri, on the other hand, is a triangular extrusion that is used for triangle towers. And it's 36 millimeters wide. For counters, we always include Plex thick 1/2 inch countertops that are frosted, and they are part of the build. All of the products that we sell in the Big Sky extrusion family are knockdown and packable products in cases that we provide from WS. As you can see here from the visual of the Big Sky family extrusions, in the upper left corner you have the Big Sky 32D. Just below it you'll see the Big Sky 32D Black. So we have it in matte gray finish, anodized, and then also in black. The next profile to the right is the Big Sky 60D in both matte gray and in black. The next extrusions vertically is the Big Sky Tri, which is for the triangular plane towers that you can build with the Big Sky Tri. Below that you will see a matte gray extrusion known as the Big Sky IC. This extrusion allows you with the Big Sky counters to turn a corner at 90 degrees and allows you that configuration to do interesting shapes with outside of rectangular and square. And then the last profiles to the far right are the Big Sky 40 CGs. These are matte gray as well as black, and these are the horizontal extrusions that use the SEG to travel across the counter, and they attach to the vertical extrusions to the left of what you see there in the slide. Taking a deeper look into the Big Sky 32D counter details, we have three standard sizes that are available. As you see here, the 2 foot, 4 foot, and 6 foot counters, and the dimensions are there to the right of each of those standard sizes. All of those and any custom ones that we build include 4 dye sub fabric graphics and also an acrylic countertop. They are available in backlit as well as non-backlit versions, and as we mentioned before, available in silver or matte gray as it were, or black powder coated extrusions. And this is just a look at the Big Sky 32D counters when they are front lit or non-backlit on the left, and then the one on the right, as you can see the glow coming out from the backlit fabric. That's what a backlit 32D counter would look like. Taking a look at the Big Sky 32D counter in its hardware only, you can tell the difference between the front lit on the left and the backlit on the right is basically the addition of edge lights that go onto each vertical. What you don't see in the photograph is a transformer, and that would be located on the inside of the counter and connected at one corner of the lights, and that's what will generate power to the backlights that are inside. Basically, you would come out of one of the corners with the cord, and then that would travel to the power source, and that is what makes the Big Sky 32D backlit. Just recently at WS, we added a new Big Sky offering, and basically when we're looking at the old or the legacy version of the 32D counter versus the new 32D Big Sky counter, one thing will make it different, and that is a hinged countertop. So basically there is a plastic hinge at the middle of the countertop, and what that will allow you to do is fold it in half and pack into the cases that the remainder of the parts and pieces and graphics will pack into. Before, where we have the classic version or the older version of the Big Sky counter, the top, as you can tell in the photograph, is solid all the way across, so there's no folding and it would be shipped in a separate box. But now with this plastic hinge in the middle, you're able to fold it and it pack conveniently into the cases that the Big Sky 32D counter come in. With the Big Sky 60D tower, as you see here in the slide, once again, the millimeter width across that profile is 60 millimeters, and it also comes in 9 different standard sizes that you see there in the photograph or in the slide. 4 foot by 4 foot, and then the height will change. 12, 14, and 16, and then that 4 foot will change to 5 foot or 6 foot. Now, once again, these can be custom. They can be any size that you need them to be, but once again, these are standard sizes that we carry at WS. And like the counters, they will come with 4 die sub fabric graphics, backlit or front lit, depending on whether or not there are lights in the system. And then these profiles can be anodized matte gray or also black powder coat. And just like the Big Sky 32D counters, here's a photograph of what they look like on the front lit left side, and on the right side you can tell the glow coming off of the tower, and that indicates that there is ladder lights on the inside of that. So let's talk about that. As you look at the hardware, you can tell on the left it's a standard build that will be a front lit or non-backlit application where the graphics will go on to the 4 sides. On the right, you'll see the example of how the backlit occurs for the 60D tower. There are 2 strips of what we call ladder lights that will attach with a diagonal strut that's at the top of the tower and connects into the corners opposite of each other. And then these ladder lights will attach there to that strut and then hang down for as far as needed. If that is a storage tower for some reason, the lights will stop at a certain point, usually at around 8 feet away from the bottom of the tower, and then that way you can walk in and put in storage or store items where you need to, but the upper portion of the tower would be backlit. The final extrusion that we carry in the Big Sky family of extrusions is known as Big Sky Tri. As you can see, it's a triangular tower set of extrusions that's 36 millimeter wide in width and allows you to build 4 standard sizes that we carry at WS, all 8 foot tall. The widths and lengths of the sides are 2 foot through 5 foot, as you can see there in the details. All 3 sizes will include 3, not 4, die sub fabric graphics, and then it is available only in a non-backlit item, and the profiles available are silver, matte gray only. You can customize the sizes of these triangular towers. Under the heading of Accessory Profiles, Parts, and Tools, you'll notice again on the left-hand side the Big Sky 40CG horizontal beams. These are matte gray as well as black in color, depending on the color of your verticals, and they are essential in order to complete the build of the 32D counters. The next profile there, as we mentioned before, the Big Sky IC, is your ability to make inverted corners, or as I mentioned, 90-degree corners. If you're flowing down the one side, you want to turn 90 degrees, this is the profile that allows you to do that. And you can make interesting shapes of counters along with the 32D profiles. The great thing about the 32D, the 60D, as well as the triangular profiles, it's a one-tool option. As you see there in the photograph, that's known as a star tool or a Torx wrench that's used in order to turn the locks 180 degrees, and they lock with that one single turn. They are corner locks installed in the horizontal frames, those 40 CGs that you see there. And then also for the top and the bottom of the verticals, we do have plastic end caps in order to match the color of the profile, whether it's black or if it's matte gray or silver. I went back in the archives and found this first exhibitor live that I attended and worked for WS. It was around 2016. And basically all three of the products in the Big Sky are in this booth. As you can tell in the back, the Big Sky 60D is standing at 16 feet tall. In front of that is a Big Sky 32D counter, which will be 6 feet in length. It has the acrylic on top and four-sided graphics, backlit graphics. All of three of these are backlit, as you can tell. And then, of course, in the front, there's a Big Sky Tri that's roughly 8 feet tall and 2 feet wide. So they can be used together, like you see here in the photo, as a complete booth set. Maybe one on each corner of your booth, and then you have a counter or a section of counters that you can work off of. So it's very versatile and very good looking extrusion family. This is an excerpt from the Resort Extrusion catalog. It's the one that is purple in color. And as you flip through there to see the different profiles that we offer at WS, you'll come to the Big Sky section, and then in there you'll see here a selection of builds and different design ideas that you could use for all of the profiles. These in particular are 32D for the counters and 60D for the towers. But as you can tell there's a lot of options that you can utilize, and these are just great for sources and be able just to see ideas, show a client, and they could say, yes, that's what I'm looking for, or actually this plus something else. So it's a good tool to have. Once again, it's inside of the Resort Extrusion catalog. Digitally, you can get that online. If you have any trouble sourcing that or finding it, let me know. I can certainly send it to you. If you have any questions about the Big Sky extrusions or any extrusions from the Resort Extrusion catalog, any of the products that we offer from the custom side, feel free to give me an email at mike@wsdisplay.com, and I will certainly be able to answer that for you, get you the product information, whether it's specifications or design ideas, photos, whatever you might need with that. Just let me know. Once again, it's mike@wsdisplay.com.